Welcome to my ultimate Colossus build, you tanky bastards. Colossus is your typical frontliner that can pull up shield and smack your mother with it. It's a fun one to play with because you're constantly up the enemy's arse, meaning always in the thick of things. There are many ways to build every javelin. This is my preferred build for Colossus and I hope you enjoy it. All the battles that you see in this video have been recorded on Grandmaster 1 difficulty. And all of the weapons, gear and components were used the same ones as shown in the next segment of this video. Here is the setup that I've been using in these battles on the Grandmaster difficulty. I suggest shotgun as your primary weapon. Autocannon is all well and nice, but by the time that thing starts spinning around, you will take a lot of damage, especially on higher difficulties. So I don't think it should be your primary weapon. In my opinion, shotgun makes the best case for primary weapon because you are always up close and shotgun is simply the best weapon for close range. Not to mention that it instantly does its damage and then you can switch back to the shield. Secondary weapon is up to you, choose whatever you want. Bonuses that you should look for are Q and E plus speed and support plus speed. There are some other nice bonuses as well, but I would consider these three to be top priority. Ordnance launcher should definitely be Fireball Mortar. It is by far the best Colossus weapon from my experience. It creates a wall of fire that lasts for 20 seconds. Upon firing that thing, you are free to do whatever you wish. That is the greatest thing about it. It will last for 20 seconds, dealing tons of damage per second and priming enemies for combo, while you can put your shield back up, so you are not stuck using that thing like a flamethrower, for example. I already explained in depth why this weapon is the best for Colossus in one of my previous videos, so you can check that out. There are more reasons. For heavy assault launcher, I would suggest Siege Cannon. Siege Cannon does an AoE damage, meaning you can detonate explosive combo in huge area. It works fantastic with Fireball Mortar because Fireball Mortar is likely to put burning effect on many enemies at once and Siege Cannon is there to finish the job. Another good alternative to Siege Cannon is Railgun, but it is focused on doing more single target damage and it also has a wind up time. As for support ability, you have two choices, either Battle Cry or Shield Pulse. My preference here is Shield Pulse. Battle Cry is all well and nice when doing strongholds or something, when you desperately need a huge boss to attack only you, but honestly they hit so damn hard that you don't want them to attack you, especially on higher difficulties. Plus, Battle Cry only taunts them, it doesn't give you an advantage of any kind. That means it doesn't give you more survivability, which it should, that would make it far better option. But in this case, Shield Pulse is better because it simply reduces incoming damage by 33% for you and everyone else in the team. There's a ton of shite going on in every battle, especially in boss battles, so giving the whole team damage reduction is in my opinion much better option. Components are pretty easy to choose for Colossus. Explosives Expert is a nice one that increases blast damage by 15% of base damage. That means Siege Cannon that we are using. Overclocked Regulator increases lightning and fire damage by 35% of base damage. In this particular build I'm not using lightning, although it's a possibility. You can use lightning coil or something else, but then you have to switch around and in the end it doesn't work as great as this setup. But fire damage increases damage done with Fireball. Colossus Combo Augment is a must because it increases combo damage by 50%. Colossus in general has many ways to do combo. Whenever enemy is set on fire, which you can do all the bloody time, or if they are frozen, shocked or whatever, you can do a melee attack that would trigger the combo, next to all these siege cannons, railguns and so on. Heavy Shield Reinforcements increases damage of Colossus shield damage while sprinting by 300% of base damage. Basically when you have your shield up and you run into the opponents, which you are doing constantly, you'll have 300% increased damage with that shielding. Definitely a must. This one is completely optional. I put it here because on higher difficulties I tend to use masterwork weapons a bit more, so I want as few reloads as possible. Especially useful with shotgun. The last one is called Structural Reinforcement, and it heavily reinforces Colossus armor and shields. When it says shields, it doesn't mean shield like shield for storm. These are two different terms. It means that it increases shield health, the shield that you put up to defend yourself from attacks. There are many bonuses that are good, that come with gear and components. Gear damage and gear speed are always a good choice. You can have also repair amount, which would increase healing done when picking up health packs, increased armor, increased shotgun damage, support speed, and so on. That would be all for this build. I'm not saying this is the only build that works, it's not. You can also use, for example, flamethrower plus lightning coil to detonate different types of combo, which gives you more options versus shielded enemies. And there are more things you can do, there are always different things you can change. I'm just saying this is the build that I prefer, that is the ultimate for me, and that's all. Try different things, see for yourself what works best for you. Anyway, thank you for watching and see you soon.